So I'm at Starbucks before I head over to Bend. And it's a pretty nifty Starbucks, if I do say so myself. It's like a walk-up Starbucks. But I'm going through the drive-thru. Because I would much rather go through the drive-thru than walk up to it. Guys, I stopped for gas. And they have to pump the gas for you. And it's been years since, like, I've had to worry about that. I haven't actually had to ever worry about it because when I started actually driving, we were in Wisconsin, but it's been like forever. And then I didn't know how to pump the gas tank because this is a rental car. So he had to help me figure that out. And he asked for my zip code for my card. And I'm like, oh, it's this zip code. He's like, oh, that's a hard one. Probably because he's never heard it because I'm Wisconsin. That's my life. But yo, so many things, so much nostalgia here already. And it's like, I just got here. It's crazy. All right, guess where I am, guys? You probably won't be able to guess. This place is only located in my hometown of Bend. It's very nostalgic, and I don't know how long this will last, but let me show you. It's the last Blockbuster ever. So I'm gonna go inside and show you it. This, to be honest, this was not the Blockbuster me and my family went to a lot. There's another Blockbuster in town closer to our house. That we went to all the time, but that one closed down. But this one is the last one ever, and it is from where I grew up. So this is me driving by my house very creepily. The house that I grew up in. They have definitely changed some things. That fence that's in the front was not there when we moved. When they added some more asphalt and stuff and did some more landscaping. But this is where I grew up for most of our time in Bend. So yeah. It's weird seeing it, look a little bit different than when I grew up. So this is my first elementary school. It's where I went from kindergarten to 3rd grade. I don't remember the front entrance looking like this, honestly, but most of my classes actually were like literally right there in that corner when I went here. My 3rd grade classroom, like my first and 2nd grade classroom. I had the same teacher for 1st and 2nd grade. And then kindergarten was on the other side of the building next to the playground. But yeah, that was my elementary school, my first elementary school. I think they have kindergarten in that like shed building now, if I remember correctly from just seeing things and hearing things. Ugh, I got so many freckles, guys. Look at all these freckles on my face. All the freckles. And my pores are kind of big too. But yeah. That's the start of my not the start of my childhood, but close to the start of my childhood. I wonder if my preschool is still alive, like still a thing. I should go check that out. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go check out if my preschool's still a thing. All right, this is where I went to 4th and 5th grade. The reason why I went there for 4th, 5th grade and I didn't go to the same one I did for elementary school for kindergarten through 3rd grade was because I was in this program called TAG, which stands for Talented and Gifted. Basically on my state's test in 3rd grade, I did really well on the math test. And so they're like, oh, you're smart. You want to go to a different class, school, everything. I wasn't the best at reading growing up, I think it was okay. It was probably good enough that they still accepted me into the TAG program, but mostly
I got into it because of my math skills, which I've kind of lost over the years. But yeah, actually I probably would have been in like calculus by the time that I was done with high school if in middle school I actually put effort into school. I didn't put very much effort in middle school. I don't know. Middle school is a weird time for me. But yeah, this is my fourth and fifth grade school. And I'll show you my middle school and where I would have gone to high school if I didn't go to the boarding school I went to. Alright, this is my middle school. I feel like they painted the outside, and there used to be like trailers over there for additional classrooms. It's crazy being back. And okay, I would always wait on this rock for my dad to come pick me up from school. He would come around and pick us up by this rock over there. Yeah, that's what I did. We would wait on that rock to get picked up from school. It's called Cascade. Make a difference. Explore some jobs at the school district. Yeah, there's a lot of cars here of people waiting for their kids. And I'm like, it is 4 o'clock. It is 4 o'clock. Why are there so many kids still here? When it was 4 o'clock and I'd be done with like robotics club or something, or like on my way to soccer practice, like there would be like no cars here. Like what are people's kids doing? Like maybe it's for track practice, maybe, but I doubt it. I don't know. I'm not going to any of the schools because, you know, there's still COVID stuff. Even though I'm vaccinated, I don't feel like they would be comfortable having a random person come into their school that's not a parent or a student. So I'm not going to those schools. I'm just reminiscing my childhood. But yeah. Yeah. So this is a place where I learned how to swim. I have very fond memories of this place. It's where I figured out my love of the water. And then this is the back side of the pool that, you know, I learned how to swim in and all of the fun stuff. I think they're having like swim team class or something right now. But yeah, this is where I learned how to swim. I am now currently at our family's usual hiking spot from when I grew up, called Pilot Butte. It's very high deserty. I feel like they've updated like the top of it. I don't remember it being this nice, honestly. Of course, it's been a while, a few years. Yeah. So I'm going to the candy shop that I went to all the time when I was a kid. It's called Goodies. Very tasty. Very yummy. Tried to. This person's stopping, so we're gonna go across. It's a cute little place. Ooh, fun. So I got Jawbreakers and ice cream. I'm getting Jawbreakers because that's what I used to always get when I was a kid. I'm literally living my childhood right now, guys. So, yeah. Hi, this is Emily from the future, kind of. Not really. Because this is being recorded the day that I'm going to post this up. But that was essentially my trip to Bend. I didn't end up going to the high school that I would have gone to because that wouldn't have brought very many memories for me. Kind of was wanting to do some nostalgia. When I was in Blockbuster, I was gonna film inside the Blockbuster a little bit, but then I forgot because I ended up video chatting with my buddy Austin. So, I didn't get any videoing of the Blockbuster, which is fine. If you really, care about what the inside of a Blockbuster looks like, you probably have been to a Blockbuster and you remember what a Blockbuster looks like. So, but it was like, being in Bend was so crazy. Like, I was just like, oh my gosh. Like, there's things that's like, I'm just like, oh, I remember going there or doing that or whatever. And then there's other things where I'm just like, that's new. I've never seen that before, That's crazy that things are different. And then there are some places that are sad, that made me sad. There's some things that made me sad. Kind of like, there's a drive-in called Pilot Butte Drive-In that is up for sale right now. So, like, they're not actually in service or anything. It's a little, like, drive-in diner thing. And it was just one of, like, my favorite, not one of my favorites, but one of the big things that are, like, that's, like, a nostalgia thing for Bend, for me, and my family. And then I'm just trying to think if there's what else there is. Our favorite Mexican restaurant when we were growing up isn't in the same place anymore, so it was a little weird. They moved to a different location, which is fine. They're still technically in the area. It's just they're in a different location in town. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I really needed to mention. I'm not thinking anything. I did meet up with my friend Brianna. We got coffee and hung out for a little bit and kind of caught up. It's been a few years since we have been able to talk because she's been busy with school and I've been busy with working and stuff, and it's hard to stay caught up with each other when you're thousands of miles apart. But we had a nice visit, and yeah, so thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.